Oh, howdy all, grab yourself a drink, it's time for some Path of Exile discussion. Today I wanted to talk about a strategy that I've found for creating a little bit of currency for yourself in the 3.18 Sentinel League. This is Recombinator based, but you're not actually going to be the one applying Recombinators to items. Instead, you're going to be preparing things that are likely to be wanted by someone, somewhere in the league, as an input item into their own Recombinator craft. One of the reasons that I thought of this is that I'd done a bunch of searches over on the Path of Exile trade site looking for specific mods on specific types of amulets. And that was when I was trying to do Recombinators myself and trying to make something out of them. So all of these I have specifically chosen to be hunter influenced and item level 86 or above. The reason that I've gone for 86 plus is that it gives maximum flexibility to the buyer. If I was to roll +1 to the level of all skill gems on one of these, then they could then have full flexibility to use it in conjunction with pretty much any other mod that's available on a hunter-influenced amulet. The reason I'm going for Citrine Amulets is that the Witch is the most popular class this league, and the Witch has all the intelligence in the world, but has a little bit of problem sometimes meeting those strength and dexterity requirements on items. Therefore, I feel that the Citrine Amulet is the best base. And the reason that we are going hunter-influenced is that there are a few extra mods in the pool that people will individually want. Now, not everyone is going to want tier 1 chaos damage over time multiplier, but the times I've rolled it, I've been able to turn around and sell it for 50C, so I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do is we are going to apply Scouring Orbs first, and then we're going to apply Transmutation Orbs to everything. Now, one of these actually came out well already, +1 to the level of all lightning skill gems, so that's getting put aside as something that someone might already want. And then we're going to have a look at the rest of them. Rubbish, 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 and rubbish. That's fine, we'll just throw an augmentation onto everything as well and see if anything changed. What we're looking for is individual very good mods. We're looking only for tier 1 mods, and we're looking for mods that we think that someone may very much want. There we go, there's another one. Cold damage over time multiplier, that is tier 1. And again, that is something that someone may want for their own Recombinator project. I'm not actually going to do anything with this, although this could conceivably be recombined with another hunter-influenced amulet that had +1 to the level of all cold skill gems, and you could conceivably create some monster out of those too. But I'm not going to do that step. I am going to sell this to someone else that wants to do that. Now we'll go and have a look at some other ones. That's a it's a second tier energy shield roll, so it's actually of no use to anyone. And you can either just, oh, there we go, physical skill gems. That's another one. That's another one that's good. What's important here is that we're quite quickly hitting reasonably good rolls. Things that are too good to roll over, things that someone else may realistically want. I do think I've been luckier this time while I've been recording than I normally would be, but it's not unreasonably lucky. There are a lot of reasonably good rolls, and that's because we have gone with a hunter influence item. Because it's hunter influence, there's just more good mods in the pool. And so we're just going to keep going through. I'm not going to bother using augmentations. They just slow things down too much. We're looking for those great mods. We might even accidentally roll over something all right. Dazzling is an interesting one. I don't think anyone's going to want Dazzling, so I'm just going to roll over it. I could be wrong on that front, and if you're someone who wanted Dazzling, then just let me know in chat below and you can laugh at me. Overpowering is not the one you want. You want Devastating for elemental damage with attack skills. It's the only mod, I believe, that requires a item level 86 to roll, but it is something that some people will definitely want. Another thing you can do is you can look at the required level. Required level is tied to mod tier in a lot of cases, and so you can see that because the required level on this item is high, that can help you work out whether it's good or not. I don't think it's possible to set up a regex string that will identify good items for you though. Okay, again, minimum level 32 is almost certain to be rubbish, so you can pretty much just roll straight past those. Once they're in the 50s, you do want to have a look at them. And here we've got high tier crit strike chance, not very good. People don't usually want that mod, and it's not that rare either. Tier 1 strength is okay. There will be people who might want that, so I'm just going to put that one aside. I don't know if it'll sell for enough to be worth the effort, but I'll just put it aside and find out. Consider that one a bit of a learning experience for me. 13 life gain on kill is rubbish. That's the high tier mod there. Flaring Amulet. I don't think people want this, but I'm going to put it aside just in case I'm wrong. Because there's no real harm. Oh, lightning skill gems again. getting a lot of these +1 gem levels. They're rare. They're rarer than I've made it look, but they're not super rare, and people will definitely want those. 22% increase max ES. I don't think anyone really wants that now. I could be wrong, but it's gone now. Fire.multi, but unfortunately it's low tier. We're not going to keep that. If it was max tier, we would be turning around and trying to resell that one. Chance to steal an endurance charge on kill, or random charge on kill, is not a bad mod, but people generally don't want it. And there's another flaring roll. So I'm going to keep this as it is. Now, what we're going to do is go through these and ask how much are people going to want these various setups. I'm going to price them at 50C unless there's something that's exceptional. And I don't think there is anything exceptional. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of lightning ones. So we're going to just list everything at 50C and see what happens. The last time I did this, a lot of stuff did sell. So I'm kind of hoping that we see a repeat of that. And besides, I can just fill up a dump tab without any concern about it, because ultimately that's what they're there for. You list stuff and see what happens with it. Anyway, that's all there is to it. Really simple strategy. Focus on an influence that you recognize the good mods in. Focus on an influence that has a lot of good mods on it. And also just remember that some people's personal project will require a specific influence. I paid 20C or less for each of those bases. Most of them were closer to 12 to 13C. So I've invested about 150, 160C in this. If 4 of those bases sell, then we're golden. And if 3 of them do, we've made back pretty much everything we spent. And additionally, there was also the chance that wasn't fulfilled of getting that rare Exalters mod. That's about 1 in 4,000 when you either transmute or alteration, and that is worth a fortune when you get it, especially if you get it on one of these bases that's a little bit different and a little bit special in some way. It can be something that's even better then. That's all I got on this. May your Recombinators have interesting results.